and welcome along and welcome back to Attingham Park. Today we are going to be continuing with the harvest. We need to get our combine set back up, so let's find our course play point. I think, where did you go in? So yeah, we've got to cut in here somewhere. What I might do actually is just get this at the point at which it will come back out. Oh, yeah, that's about right, actually. So we stopped it here. I want to go nearest waypoint and away. Gonna take up. Oh, we managed to miss picking up any straw. Fantastic. We've got quite a lot to do still. We've got the rest of this field to do, and then we're gonna go from here. That though. Oh, I did manage to miss some straw. So, no, we were up at the end here, weren't we? Let's get this going then, and nearest waypoint is there, and then that will go out and back. Yep, and is heading off to do that, and we can head back and go and grab our tractor and trailer, I think. And get on with this. Our mulcher is still very much running around field 3 here. That will have that finished off fairly quickly. It won't have much to do after that. In fact, I think we're going to want to run back to the farm and grab ourselves, grab ourselves the baler and get this field starting to be baled. Turnaround next month should be fairly quick, so I'm not too worried about that. We're going to be able to get our crops into the ground. We've already got the winter wheat to get planted next month, really. As I said, if we can get the canola in, the earlier the better, but it doesn't matter if that doesn't happen till the spring. And the sorghum, we are not too worried about that unless we... we can't plant that till the spring anyway, so it's the winter wheat we need to get in this year, and we've got 2 months to get it in, which is fantastic news. So our 8340 here with 125 horsepower has more than enough power to run our baler. I think that's going to be the best way to have at this. I've noticed that some of the straw is being lost on the field as our combine is doing its work inside the field, so we really need to get to work on that and get that baling. We've got plenty of space or plenty of time to be doing this. I don't think our combine's going to be full anytime soon. One thing we might have to do is get the little tractor over here and just get some of these bales out the way. First, let's unfold this baler. There it goes. Start it up. There and down and away. Perfect. Yeah, we're gonna have to try and pick these bales up. But this should be nice and efficient for us, which is what we need right now, is a good bit of efficiency, and it'll keep us going. There's still so much to get done before the end of this day. And you can see up here where the combine's turning round and coming back down, it is catching this row of straw. So we need to be going around here, actually. Whoa. And getting this all collected up. My hope is that we won't drop a bale in front of where the combine's going, and at the moment that seems to be holding. We haven't dropped a bale yet, so these bales are pretty big, and it takes a while for one to drop. Looks like though our combine is full, so good thing about doing this in this field like this is we can hop over here, run over to this tractor, hop into it, and come and empty the combine without the combine really being stuck there too long. and we get things turned around nice and quickly. So bring it alongside. Combine puts its header down. Am I close enough? Yes, I am. And away we go. Fantastic. This is going like clockwork. So we'll take this to the end of the row here and unload it. And that will mean, yeah, the combine should stop long enough at the end. Yeah, for us to unload. And then we can leave that. I don't know whether we'll have the space to turn. So what we'll do is we'll wait till the combine is empty. So I'm going to watch the actual tank. And it's going out and down. There we go. And we'll just reverse up, get out of the way. And then we can head back over to our baler and continue on. Well, we've only dropped one bale in that whole first round the field. So that's not too bad. I say it's not too bad. I mean, we've only got one bale off the field so far. We've actually got a second about to drop in a minute. But it does mean there aren't any bales in the way of our combine as it continues round, which is going to be good. Minimal number of bales on the headland. We're not going to be dropping any in our combine's way by the looks of things. I'm quite happy with that. That's going to leave us with less work to do, not more, which is always good news. I don't know if this one is going to drop. Because this one doesn't drop in this section here, we're fine. But looks like it's all good. And looks like our mulcher has finished work as well. So we will get this cleared off its current job. And in fact, we can't get this mulching the next field because, well, we've got a lot of straw on it. And if we mulch that, we're going to end up losing out on all that straw. So this is going to have to go up or back up to the farm, and we'll park it up for now. The end fields are probably going to be where we're going to be using it next. But we'll just park it in here. We can do some bits and pieces with that later, but that is done and dusted. The bales on this field have been very, very accommodating. It's we've got one last bale to drop off the headlands, and it's not going to drop in the way of our combine at all because of how we've gone about this. In fact, yeah, there we go. That hasn't dropped, and that's our headlands all done as our combine comes back. That's brilliant. I'm really, really happy with how well that's gone. We've managed to bale up the field. We've managed to keep the combine working, and it's all come together really, really nicely. So I'm going to start working my way back across the field here with our baler. Meanwhile, we need to go and empty that combine, actually. So let's jump in this and go and get the second load off here. So yeah, this is going to fill our trailer up, and we're going to have to go and tip with this, but that's fine. That is another full trailer off this field. Considering how full of weeds this field is, this is not doing too badly. And as we come to the end of the row, we'll just sit here and get the combine emptied before we go and tip this. It's going to be a little while because we still got 30% of the trailer to go. There we go, 96% full. I'm not going to have the tractor and trailer hanging around the field any longer in order to get that last 4%. We might as well go and tip this and get that done. We are making good progress through the end of this. I'm really, really hoping we can get this all 3 remaining fields done today. We're going to have this one knocked out in no time. And then we're just into 2 fields of sorghum. Should be slightly lower yield in amount, I think. Actually, our yield in percentage is not going to be too bad. Yeah, in fact, look at this. The barley has done much better on this silty clay than the canola did. We actually have 100% yield across most of this field. Yeah, 95 to 100% yield. I'm really happy with that. The barley has fared much, much better on there. And as a result has yielded better as well. So that's good. That's absolutely perfect. That 5% drop in yield, that is actually purely due to the weeds that we've got in the field. The bits that are dotted about that are at 95%, yeah, is the weed infestation that we've been unable to get rid of this year. So managing to keep on top of the weeds and giving ourselves a little bit more time next year should mean that we end up with a better yield of about 5% across our fields. And so it's a big aim for me for the next year is to make sure that we don't have this weed problem going into next year's harvest. Combine is making really, really good progress. It's about to enter the last section of the field. I'm hoping it's not too close to a full tank because it'll have to do some mucking about if it is. But we are making good progress ourselves on here. We're going to be a little bit separated in a minute because we're going to send the combine next to go down and do the sorghum field in 12C because that is our biggest field on the farm. I think it's a pretty hefty one. It'll work through that, hopefully get that done fairly quickly before we head over to field 1, which should be our best yielding field. And yeah, that's what I thought. Combine needs to be unloaded. So a full tank from this, I think, is around about the 40% mark. Yeah, it's a little bit over. Yeah, 44%. There we go. So what I try and do is get a little bit more, fill it up, but it means that we don't quite get a full tank off or a full trailer off of both 2 tanks. That is quite good. It gives us a little bit of leeway to work with the combine. We're getting a decent number of bales out of this field. I'm quite happy with the overall production. We've got about 100% yield off here. So yeah, 100%. Well, we've got about over the whole field, we've probably got about a 97, 98% yield, which is still pretty good, especially for silty clay. So, yeah, we've got a load of bales off here, which is good news as well. We've not exactly used the bales very quickly so far with the pigs, but this will keep us going for a while. And we'll be able to get to a position soon where we'll be able to sell some bales as well, which is great news. The downside I've got at the moment is that our bale trailer is currently full of big bags for seeding. So we might have to go and drop those off at various fields. In fact, if we took all the ones we've currently got on our trailer over there, we could just drop them off there. They're going to be used across those 2 fields at some point. The field that is going to be planted with wheat next year is probably going to be the sorghum. I need to think about this a little bit. It doesn't really matter because it seems from what we've got this year that all of our harvest has to be done by the end of September anyway. So I can pretty much go however I would like with my crop rotation based on that because everything's going to be able to be seeded then anyway. So yeah, I'm going to have a bit of a think. Right now, our combine has come to the end of the field, so we're going to take the hired worker off. It's actually quite good because it's the only place where it left stuff in the corner is this corner. So we're just going to go pick these up and finish that off. Perfect. Does mean I'm dropping a beard of straw where I probably don't want to, but that's all right. And then we can come down here, empty this out. Orca is out. And then we'll head down to the bottom field to 12B. 12C, sorry. And just get this emptied. So bring this around here. Didn't leave my tractor in the easiest place to do this. And it's not a full one, but we'll have to take the tractor and trailer back down to the farm and empty it in before we move on to the sorghum. But I'm happy we've got this field done. We've just got 2 more fields to crack out today, and it is 9:45 in the morning. So there is plenty of time to get these 2 fields finished. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful we're going to get all of our harvesting this year. And I'm kind of glad that we didn't end up planting field 6. We would never have got that field. We'd never have got that field harvested as well as the other 5. So like with our other fields, we will start up the combine, get everything running, and then we'll go into the crop, cut in a little way from this corner. Whoa! Oh no, that is... Oh, I forgot, this cuts a lot higher. I thought we'd left crop on the behind us then. So that's all good. Right, with that set up there, what we want to do next is go into here. We want to select this. We need to clear the current job off the combine. There we go. Then we can come in here, create job. Target position is there, going that way. Target field is there on top. Open the generator, same as before. And yeah, nice and easy generation of the course. Let's have a look where it is. It comes in on that corner. Right, we need to make sure, yeah, you see it comes in around that corner and then it cuts in. So what we're going to do is that I'm just going to double check, because last time I was worried that we were doing sharp headlands. So yeah, it was just the shape of the field last time. Nearest waypoint, switch that back to there, and away we go. And away our combine goes. All right, it was just repositioning itself. Missed a little bit along the edge here, slightly worryingly. I was about to say the final total for our barley is only 25,000, but that's not true, because we've actually been putting the barley into the pigs here. So this is down a little bit because, of course, the pigs have eaten some. But, yeah, we're looking at about 60,000. Yeah, 60,000 litres of barley. That is not bad at all. And, yeah, I forgot about that completely. I need to go and tip those 2 trailers of barley that we've tipped into the grain store. Those needs to go into our pig feed. So I'll go and do that later. I'm not too worried about that now. We right now are just concerned about getting all of this crop in. But yeah, lots of nice pig food that should keep the pigs going for a very long while. It seems that having our field set up like this, the combine doesn't think it needs to cut into empty, which is quite cool. I'm quite happy with that. As long as we've got it harvested, obviously. If we haven't got it harvested, then this will be a problem. Unless, of course, the combine recognises there's crop there, and it therefore would have the tractor driving into it. So yeah, but to have this go like this on a first headland, and to be using the field that we've already harvested to be able to empty on, that works out really, really well. Also, I'm quite impressed that we've got so much sorghum off this field already that it's having to empty here. That's good news. This is our last row of straw from the barley. I'm going to have a check on exactly how many bales we've created when we get to the end of this row. I think it's actually a lot better than I was expecting based on that first headland. I think we've ended up with a lot more bales than I had thought. There we go. That is the end of those. Let's have a look. How many are there? 21 bales. That's not bad at all. I'm really quite happy with that. So let's... nope, we want to turn that off and unload the last two off here. And only 2,300 litres left over. So that's not bad either. Pretty good all round. Right, this needs a wash and putting away. And then we'll turn our attention back down to the combine and the sorghum harvest. I had to move the barley because I forgot I've only got 2 silos. So under the rules that I like to play with, if I've only got 2 silos, that means I've only got space for 2 crops in it. So I've had to move the barley out of the silos in order to make space for the sorghum. And then everything is maintained and we're back to a good balance. As I said earlier, I think we got about 60,000 litres of... about 60,000 litres of barley going into our pigs. They are very, very happy right now. We do need to put some more base food in order to even things up. But in general, they're pretty good because they've got a lot of feed for once. So that should keep our pigs going for a good while. There is a question that pops up when we're under pressure like this, when we need to get all of our crops in within a certain time, every time. And that is, well, why don't you slow time down? You know, if you're running at 10 times, or in the case we are today, 6 times, why don't you slow time down and give yourself a little bit more time to get it all done? And my answer to that is all, where's the challenge? This is the thing. I want this to be a challenge. I want to have to try and get things in a short amount of time, or to try and plan things and do things properly. If I plan my farm properly and I get things done in the right time and with the right planning, running the game at 10 times or 6 times should not be a problem. The fact that we've had to come down to from 10 times to 6 times, and we're doing multiple fields in a day, shows that actually I've not planned my crops properly, and that we're having to do all of this in a really short period of time. I would like to have harvested all these crops over 6 days. 6 fields, 6 days, 1 field a day would have been absolutely perfect. But we're having to do 5 fields over 2 days, and we didn't get the 6th one planted. So you can see where the challenge comes in this. If I was running this at 1 times, we'd get everything planted when we wanted to. We'd get everything harvested when we wanted to, and it wouldn't be a challenge. So, yeah. So in answer to the question that keeps coming up, why do you slow things down? Because where's the challenge in that? We're doing pretty well off here at the moment. We're about halfway through this field. And this is our third. This is our 3rd trailer we're filling up at the moment. Which is, yeah, a pretty good amount of sorghum off here. That's about 30,000 litres so far. We are going to be hitting, I think by the end of this field, probably hitting about 45,000 litres. Maybe get another trailer off here. Maybe another trailer and a half, which would be, yeah, very good off here. And give us a decent amount of sorghum and a decent amount of income, because sorghum sells quite well for its yield. So yeah, this is looking like being a good field, and I haven't even got anywhere near field 1 yet. which is going to yield even better for us. The yield on here is actually looking pretty good. We are pulling 95 to 100% across the whole field. So canola seems to be the one crop that doesn't do well on this land, on this silty clay. I think we've got on here. Let's have a look. Yeah, on this silty clay, it's working less well on here. Our fields though are looking pretty good. We've got a good amount off here. I'm expecting 125% yield off that top field. That would be utterly fantastic for us, and would allow us to make a decent profit off these fields this year. Combine is getting rather full, so we'll pick it up on this row here and get it emptied out. This is making some really good progress. I'm very, very happy with this. And yeah, another 15,000 litres or 14,000 litres that's held in this trailer off of here. This is yielding really, really well. I'm going to have to do something, though, that I don't very often do because of time restraints and everything. I think what we'll do today is we're going to continue this into another episode this harvest. And for now, what I'm going to do is end this here. So we'll pick this up later. We'll continue on this day. Essentially, this is a to be continued. For now, though, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.